Happy Monday, guys, and welcome to another episode of Good News from Around the World. Last week, I was at my friend's wedding, and the whole day was full of love. So I thought I would dedicate today's video to couples in love. Planet Earth is struck by thousands of lightning bolts a day, so it's no surprise that sometimes people get hit by lightning bolts. And usually when they get hit, they get huge scars down their body and quite possibly die. But for this one couple that was struck by lightning, both of them were unharmed. How did this happen? Because they were holding hands. Now the couple was holding hands and walking down the street, chatting, and they were having a good time when they heard a big boom and saw a flash, and they weren't quite sure what happened. And then they realized they both got hit by a lightning bolt. Now because they were holding hands, the electricity passed through both their bodies, and it was enough to just minimalize it so that they both didn't get hurt. Lesson to us all: if you're walking in lightning, hold hands with somebody. Woodstock was a massive music festival. Thousands of people from all over the planet joined together to sing together, to dance together, to love one another, and to really represent peace around our planet. On the album for Woodstock, a couple was featured holding one another. Their names were Bobby and Nick. 2 years after the festival, the couple actually got married, and 46 years later, the couple is still happily married. These days, the world is full of so much technology, and how do you tell your loved one that you care about them? You write them an email and say XOXO, or you leave a comment on social media, or you write them a text that says love you, and you don't even write YOU anymore, you just write a U. Everyone's so lazy. What happened to love letters? I miss love letters. What happened to like elementary school when you would write a note to someone that you liked in class and try and slip it in their desk and they would find it and be so excited? You remember the feeling of getting a note, and it was very exciting. What happened to that? Hannah Brencher felt exactly this way. She wanted more love letters in the world, so she created moreloveletters.com. Now the reason she started this company is because she was going through some depression in her life, and she would write in her journal words of encouragement. And she realized that these words were helping her, so she wanted to pay it forward. She would tear out these words of encouragement and slip them in coat pockets in clothing stores, so if someone bought that coat, they would find a love letter. Or putting it on benches, or putting it places where people would find these love letters and hopefully feel better about themselves. I know if I found a love letter, I would love it. I would feel good, I would smile, I'd have a better day. If you sign up for moreloveletters.com, they'll actually send you a love letter. And this is a handwritten letter. You can even sign up to be a writer of these letters. Honestly, when was the last time you received a handwritten letter in the mail? It's exciting to receive, isn't it? It's just like when you were in school and you got those love notes. So I think we should all write a love letter to someone that we care about. Just write it, put it in snail mail, and send it off. I guarantee you'll get much more of a response than a text or email. The Notebook is a famous movie about a young couple who falls in love and they grow old together, and their love never dies, even if their minds start to deteriorate. Well, Jack and Phyllis are a real-life couple living that story. They met in 1941, and they had kids together, and now they're old together. Now Phyllis lost her memory. She suffers from dementia. Luckily, Jack kept a journal of every day of his life. Now he reads her stories of that journal and brings back her memories of their childhood and growing up together and having kids together and their life together. Jack visits Phyllis every single day. He reads from his journal to her, he shows her photographs, they always laugh together, and she's always excited to see him. The couple have been married for over 70 years. I want you guys to smile and feel love inside. So here's a video of a baby elephant chasing birds. Humans are very compassionate, and we help out other animals. We have foundations and organizations and charities that help animals all around the planet. But have you heard of an animal helping another animal? Well, here's a video of a bear that actually saved a crow's life. The crow fell into his cage at a zoo and was almost drowning, and the bear stopped eating, turned around, pulled the crow out of the water, and then turned around to continue eating. He saved the crow's life, and he really didn't need to. Animals are very compassionate as well. In Australia, there was a young kangaroo that was orphaned and raised by humans. Now, the humans wanted him to be free and have the ability to go out and run around and be a happy, bouncy kangaroo. But he was always allowed to come back where he grew up and grab a meal and visit the people that he grew up with. He had a little teddy bear when he was young that he grew up with, and he felt close to the teddy bear. Now, the kangaroo is allowed to leave, but he always comes back to hug his teddy bear and to have some dinner. As technology advances, we ask the question of artificial intelligence. Can computers have feelings? Can a computer feel love? Well, in a recent story, a teen was working under his truck when the jack fell and the car collapsed on top of him. Now, he was stranded and he couldn't move, and he was screaming for help when Siri called 911. It sounds hard to believe, but the 911 operator actually said it was Siri that made the call. He has no idea if he accidentally pressed the button or if Siri picked up on his distress and actually called 911. Either way, he's very grateful to Siri, but you can't help but think, did Siri know what she was doing? Or was it just a coincidence?